Let's take the tree a little bit shorter first. Don't get stressed when you're chopping tree, yeah? This is really silly trick, but it worked, yeah? Okay. Welcome back to Madam Bonsai channel. I gave this tree away. I think I bought it maybe 30 years ago for $5 from the market, and it sat in a pot for maybe 30 years, didn't do anything. I gave it to him. Look at it now. Paperback can pretty much grow half water, half soil, or you can pot it up as block lid here and then put another tray underneath it with water. Same with the tea tree, swamp cypress. Tell me what you guys want me to do with this. I think Locke would like to have to see it as a broomstone, but looking at it now, maybe not. But let's trim and get it out and work together with the tree today. So I'm gonna trim the tree down a little bit and see where we at with that. When you wanted to trim or design any tree, just have a look at it and see. I think this tree, we should pot this up a little bit, and then I'll wire that tree down. Maybe that one we can trim, and then let's take the tree a little bit shorter first. If you're unsure about the tree, look underneath your tree and work. Underneath the tree, I think the circuit is a little bit weak. When you look at under the tree, you can be able to see which branch you can take off. Don't worry about the cap later on because you're going to make the tree grow anyway. So take the tree shorter in. Don't get stressed when you're chopping tree, yeah, because they are going to grow. I will, hopefully often can find the old photo of this tree, how bad it was. So you guys can see how easy it is to get it grow like this in only less than 2 years now, since the day that he picked it up from the other garden of mine. So the tree run down a bit far now, so we're gonna try to bring it back in a little bit first. So we just follow that, and we got side branch really good, we got top apex pretty good, just except this one here. It kind of out right in front of you, but that's okay too. I just think we might just lean this tree a little bit more forward to us. So later on we'll pot it that way. The trick of doing wiring is make sure your wiring not moving, because if it's moved, you break your trees. You see, this is a 6 mil. So your finger supported on the bottom. Don't try to move anything, just take your wiring in first. Now when it gets to here that you can feel it is a little bit strong, stop there. This on this side, I don't need the wiring, but it's just like a supporting, just an anchor. Leave it there. Yes. We don't need that, but I need this. I had a lot of pot, but with this tree, what we want is for it to still growing. This is the perfect color for that tree actually, but it's way too slow. So when you pick a pot, normally you pick the height of the pot. It's the same side of your trunk, or the pot can be 20% more than the trunk if you still want the tree to grow. So that's a little bit small. So this pot here is a little bit too high than the tree that we have there, but I'll show you what I mean by pot choosing. When you pick a pot that the tree already refined, the side of the end of the root here is the side of the height. The height of the tree and the width of the pot, 80%. That when the tree is really good. This tree here is not a refined tree yet. We still want this tree to grow in time. I want this tree to be a lot more compact, a lot smaller, and a little bit shorter. So we're giving this a chance for the tree to grow a little bit. So I'm going to pick this pot. Now it's about time that we're having fun with getting this thing out. It's only in here. So if you don't want to save this one, you can just cut this and get it out. But don't ever get scared of cutting the roots and all that. So if you want to save this pot, what we do is we go around, cut this root around here first. A viewer emailed me privately yesterday asking about a tree. He defoliated and the tree's unhealthy after that. And Bridget, what I can see there is you got the soil into your pot, but the soil, when you water, the water going out, it didn't go inside where the the tree is supposed to be. And soon as you take all the leaves off, the tree is struggle. Take that trees out, put it into the ground or just above ground, feed another pot mix around it. In a year, you will get your trees back. That's it, just cut it. If we wanted to save this pot, let's do that. Around with any of this here. Good, right? I think it's called. So in here, there's this pot mix and a bit of Akadama. So this tree here, the paper bark, they love water. You can grow this tree pure in water. You put a little bit of sphagnum moss in it so they can take the fungus away. See how healthy the trees are? Beautiful. So we're gonna have to clean up this root here, fastest way, and it's very safe. It just flips your trees up and you can cut the tree, half of it. Half of this, you can cut it off and then you clean up everything else and deal with it later on, because once you fit into the new pot, you got new soil, you want the new root to grow again. Not all this here, it become nothing now. No soil under here, so it do nothing. If you look closely into it, I'll show you. If you look at like this, the trunks is about here, your baby root coming out here, you can cut and left about 20% of the side of the root here. From here to here, I'm going to cut half of this out and then we clean up the root together. Or you can take this tree out, use a hose, clean it all out, and then you can just wash every single bit of soil out and give them a new soil again. I think a lot of people enjoy my struggling. Sometimes I read the comment and I just laugh because it's just tree make me feel like there's nothing can stop me from just ripping the trees out and get it done again. Cutting tree roots off, you will never be able to harm the tree if you look after it after. A lot of people worry that when you repot, you kill your tree. Very difficult to kill a tree with repot. I'll tell you the reason why we kill it. Half of the time when we repot, we take the tree out, we don't give them enough water. And it can't draw the water up to the leaf and it's die. So make sure when you take it out, make sure you rake off all your soil, close it to the root. When you water next, everywhere getting it. This means apply to all tree, not just this paper barks. It's applied to all tree the same. This surprised me a little bit today. I didn't know that I have to work with paper bark, so I haven't done this for maybe a few years now. I'm glad I give this tree to you, Lachlan. Sitting in the garden for like 30 years in a pot that I believe it take you all day just to get it out of the pot. Now, it is your tree, Lachlan. In 6 months, I want to see this tree at my place again for everyone to see how good it become after this. I trust Lachlan with tree. For one thing, he do know how to water his tree and make the tree look really healthy. Only tree that he bought for me or been given by me or from anyone, he made it look really healthy. Later on, we'll select some of this root too. We'll clean up some of the top root too, so it can refine it in the next 4 or 5 years. Okay, take your time, pour the process and keep cleaning it. But what I want you to do now is just so I will spend another 10-15 minutes to clean, but I want you to do this now. If you want the tree to be front there, which what we decide, and then maybe lift that up a little bit, then now we go in and we clean the root up, so make sure the root doesn't hit your face, doesn't twist and all that. So just go in and start trimming all this top one that is do nothing here, and pick your size. You see that there's one root coming out here, beautiful, that will be end of the pot, and you see all these here. Take it off. So you want to show the trees a lot older than what they are. Sometimes the root do a lot of benefit for looking. All this is going to be up like this and it's not going to do anything anyway. So clean it up. And I just want to show this one here. Then we take this down, sit up a little bit high, so remove all the soil. Later on, you can dress your root by where you want this. You see this later on, I will show you how to make it look good in the pot. to my understanding anyway. But if you have better idea or however you like it, enjoy the tree by yourself. It's really important. Don't worry about what I think. Make the tree for you, the tree that you go out there and you enjoyed it. All I can share with you is all little things to make sure that tree is healthy, installing the trees without worry or stress. I can share all that. Make sure that you love the trees and you enjoyed it. Prepping pot, make sure that pot have really good drain hole. If you buy pot that's too small, drill it out or make sure you get really well drained on the bottom. To do the net, we got this at tree purchase, so you can buy the stuff like the whole roll and then you cut it out like that. So I'm going to use this one for Lachlan. If you see it is about few centimeters, cut that about 3 sizes larger forward, bend it down to make your look like that. If you look at that, it's about there, then you just bend it away from it about a centimeter, bend down and just looped it in. Okay? So that will give you the same size as that hole there now. Because I do so much, so I know the size. Tried it for a few times, forward, flipped it, bend it down, you make a loop, turn your wire back, put your finger here, that if you see the 2 centimeters about there, put there, then you know it's there to loop it in the next one. Little thing, but make your life a lot easy if you do it right. Press it in when you want to make sure this one doesn't move. Put it in first. Get your thumb, push it down, and then just bend that out. If you don't do this right, later on, the roots and all that coming everywhere outside of it, they go under here. So make sure that it sits really good. I'm always worried that I talk too much, but I think it's benefit for all if you really wanted to learn this little trick. Press it down and just make sure that it's tight. Next step is to tie your trees down. Get the same size, which is, this is 2.5, are really useful. If this one doesn't have hole, so you're using the same with the drain hole, no wire hole on this pot. Bring it up to about a handspan pass away, because this is a handspan now. That would be enough for you to tie your tree. If not, you can just cut it off, but you would hate it to do when it's too short. So one side you leave it long, one side you leave it short. Later on you want to tie the tree back on one side, so and then you bend your arm, leave it there, that one just right next to it. Technically, tree grow in any soil if it's good drain, good fertilizer, good nutrients. Which for me, I use this mix because there's so many trees, I just give them the same. So the coral rock is just to help for drainage, which is I mix about 30%. 20% is Akadama, which is the brown one here, to store the water. And then I've got the Kanuma. Now this one has acid in it, which is good for your azalea, your maple. So I normally mix only 2 mix. With Thai, I mix more of Akadama in it. So once you put the soil in, just make sure that you don't compact your soil. Just pot it in the middle like that. Because this tree we want to grow and the pot is a bit high, I want you to fill about maybe 1/3 of it, just like that. Leave it there. Once you put the trees in, you pick your front or your back, or doesn't matter where you want. So this tree, let me do it this way, so that way out front. So you twist the tree until it sits by itself. If your tree is still moving, when I let go, if it drops, take the trees out, fill up more soil, put it back in until I want you to twist the tree until it sits by itself. But you still watch this. You want this to be above the pot. However you want to show, just imagine your eye up about 1 centimeter up. So where this tree now, I think is perfectly there. I want to angle this tree down a little bit because you see how this still a little bit too straight out. So then you twist more on this corner to get the tree seat. So once you're done, you put your tree up and have a look. See if you're happy. Just imagine yourself what this tree do in 6 months. Right now, it's just a bone. So later on, we want the tree about that. To help the tree grow, we keep a little bit more on that. When it's in, tie your tree. This is your front of the tree. You don't want to tie your trees there. Yeah, it's cosmetic, but it's really good. So go to back, go under the root like that. So when you do it, it doesn't show all this ugly thing. If you have to use a wire cutter, just gently, don't twist it too hard. When it's in, just hit your tree a little bit like that. If it moves too much later on in your garden, when you just finish repot, if it's moved too much, you can damaging your tree with the new root coming out. So tidying your trees is something that I always want you to do if you can. When you look at this now, you see how all these roots are kind of longer than the pot. Don't do this, yeah? Don't squash the root down like that. Let the root freely like that for me and then cut it. This is a trick to do, so later on when you repot, it's a lot easier, and also your trees is really healthy too. It had enough room to grow, not like have to twist the root around. Sometimes if the tree got no root at all and you need to borrow a few, you can do that. As I did one for the pine, maybe I should show you that pine there actually. So once you've done that, soil will just go in, just gently go around it, and then I'll make sure that this is a really big pot for the tree, so you got plenty of soil for the tree to grow for the next 1 year. I will get Lachlan to bring this tree back and share with us again in a year time to show you 6 months even, to see how good the tree goes. No tree would love one air pocket. So when you fit your soil in, get anything with a little bit round at the end, the soil down. A lot of people use chopstick, which is good. And then for Anne, back of her tools is like that there. But I haven't do the video for months. I'm not even quite sure what to share with you guys. Just let me know in the comment whatever you want to see. I'll try my very best to think. This year we've had time. Last year it was a little bit too busy for my liking, but I want to go back to this hobby a lot more often for you guys to share with us. Remember, if you want to see me doing more tree, just subscribe to the channel, request whatever you want, and then I can understand what you want. I will give it to you, all my experience, bad or good. Don't worry about anything else, just ask. As you all know, many times I reply so many emails, so many trees that people send it to me, get me to help. More than happy. At my spare time, at night time, or whenever I have time, I will share all to you guys. Now, when you're in, I forgot to mention this, when you put the soil in the pot, because it's a new soil, you make sure you go around your pot, press down very firm on the edge of the pot. That's stopping the water running out to the pot and not into the tree. So we do this to help. So when the water will get more closer to the trunk than it did outside, just remember that for me, please, because lots of people say, I kill my tree all the time. Every time I repot, it means we repotted wrong, not prepping the root correctly, not prepping the soil correctly. That way we kill tree. Doesn't matter what time of the year, doesn't matter what time, however the water, you can repot any tree. I can guarantee you that. But after you repot, the first 2 weeks is very important. Make sure it's had enough water, or even more than enough. You can soak this tree into a tray for the first 2 weeks. Just make sure the water doesn't get contaminated. Even with pie, with anything, if you keep your water well fit in the first 2 weeks, you will never have any problem with repotting hot day, cold day, or using like what I normally use. If the tree not well, put a little bit of root hormone into your soil, or soak the tree like what you hear. This is, I put it out 2 days ago. So I start repot this. So in there got root hormone. I trim all my tree down and I let it soak for a few days. And then I repot. So that trident over rocks, if you can see there, all of them, I just trim them now, very small now. Sometimes I get bored, I keep trimming tree down, but that's sitting in root hormone for 2 days already. And then we can just repot that together if you feel like it. But there you go. Take it out, give it a good water. Look forward to see everyone again soon in the next video. Whatever you want me to do, just let me know. And goodbye for now.